Most people think early retirement is impossible. They picture millionaires, tech founders, crypto geniuses. But the truth is much less glamorous. A lot of people who retire early before 40, or even before 35, live surprisingly normal lives. They are teachers, designers, nurses, engineers, freelancers, people with average incomes. So what separates them from everyone else? It usually comes down to habits. Not luck. Not inheritance. Not magic. Tiny financial decisions repeated for years. And here's the part nobody talks about enough. Most early retirees don't actually feel rich in their 20s. In fact, many look behind compared to their friends. They drive older cars, skip expensive trends, say no often, and quietly build freedom while everyone else is trying to look successful online. In this video, we're breaking down the 7 money habits common among people under 30 who retire early. And no, you do not need to be perfect. You just need to think differently. Let's start with habit number 1. Habit 1, they pay themselves first. Most people save whatever is left after spending. Early retirees do the opposite. They save first, then live on the rest. That one shift changes everything. Because the truth is, there's almost never extra money left over. Lifestyle expands fast. You make more money. You upgrade your phone. Move apartments. Eat out more. Buy more subscriptions. Travel more. And suddenly your higher income disappears. People who retire early automate savings before temptation happens. The moment money enters their account, part of it leaves immediately. Investments, emergency savings, retirement accounts, index funds, business investments. They remove emotion from saving. Because discipline is unreliable. Systems are better. And here's what makes this powerful. Starting young matters more than starting big. Someone investing modest amounts at 22 can outperform someone investing huge amounts at 40. Not because they're smarter. Because time is doing the heavy lifting. Compound interest rewards consistency more than intensity. That's why many financially free people focus obsessively on starting early. Even small amounts count. The habit matters first. The amount grows later. Habit 2, they avoid lifestyle inflation. This habit is probably the biggest difference between wealthy people and people who only look wealthy. When most people earn more, they spend more. That feels normal. But early retirees often keep their lifestyle relatively stable even as income grows. Not forever. Not miserably. Just intentionally. Let's say someone gets a raise. Most people immediately upgrade their life. Early retirees often upgrade their investments instead. That gap becomes freedom later. And honestly, this is hard today. Because modern culture constantly tells us to consume. Your phone is basically a 24-hour comparison machine. You open social media and suddenly, your clothes feel outdated. Your apartment feels small. Your car feels embarrassing. Your life feels behind. Even if you were perfectly happy 5 minutes earlier. That pressure destroys financial progress. Early retirees learn one important skill. They stop buying things to impress strangers. And here's something interesting. A lot of financially free people don't look rich at all. Because actual wealth is often invisible. It's low stress, time freedom, no debt panic, freedom to quit toxic jobs, freedom to rest, freedom to choose. That's real luxury. Not designer logos. Habit 3, they learn high-income skills early. Saving matters. But income matters too. You can only cut expenses so far. At some point, earning more becomes the accelerator. People who retire early often spend their 20s learning valuable skills instead of only consuming entertainment. Not because they never relax, but because they understand something important. Your 20s are highly leverageable years. The skills you build early can pay you for decades. Some examples: sales, coding, video editing, marketing, writing, design, AI tools, communication, public speaking, business systems. These skills create income flexibility. And income flexibility creates options. Many early retirees aren't relying on one paycheck. They build side businesses, freelance income, investments, remote work opportunities, digital products. Not overnight. Slowly. One skill at a time. And yes, sometimes this means sacrificing short-term comfort. While others spend entire weekends partying, they spend part of that time building something. Not because they hate fun, because they value future freedom more. And eventually, that freedom compounds. Habit 4, they treat debt very carefully. Debt is one of the biggest reasons people stay trapped financially. Especially high-interest debt. Credit cards. Buy now, pay later. Lifestyle loans. Many people accidentally build a life where future income is already spent. That creates constant pressure. Early retirees usually approach debt differently. They ask, will this debt increase my future income or decrease my future freedom? That question changes everything. Some debt can be strategic. But consumer debt used for status? That's usually expensive stress disguised as convenience. And the scary part is, debt often grows quietly. Minimum payments make large balances feel harmless. Until years disappear. One of the most powerful financial habits is simply avoiding unnecessary debt in the first place. Because every dollar not wasted on interest becomes fuel for investments. And investments buy time. Habit 5, they invest consistently, not emotionally. A lot of beginners think successful investing means predicting the market. It usually doesn't. Most wealthy long-term investors win through consistency. Not genius. Early retirees often ignore hype and focus on boring repetition. They invest regularly. Even during bad markets. Even during uncertainty. Because they understand something most people learn too late. Wealth is usually built slowly. Not dramatically. People love exciting stories about overnight success. But most financial freedom stories are incredibly repetitive. Invest. Wait. Invest again. Wait longer. That's it. And emotionally, that's difficult. Because during crashes, fear feels logical. During bull markets, greed feels logical. But disciplined investors continue anyway. Many early retirees also prefer simple investing strategies. Not constant gambling. Not chasing trends every week. Simple systems often outperform emotional decisions. And perhaps most importantly, they understand investing is not about becoming rich quickly. It's about becoming free eventually. Habit 6, they value time more than status. This habit changes priorities completely. Most people chase status first. Then hope freedom comes later. Early retirees often reverse that equation. They optimize for control over their time. Because eventually they realize, money is important. But time is life. And this mindset affects everything. They may choose Flexible work over prestigious titles. Smaller homes over massive mortgages. Remote work over expensive commutes. Simplicity over constant upgrading. Not because they lack ambition. Because they define success differently. A lot of people earn good money but barely own their lives. Their schedule owns them. Their debt owns them. Their lifestyle owns them. Early retirees try to avoid building golden cages. And honestly, this mindset can look strange to others. Friends may think they're too cheap. Family members may not understand. Society rewards visible spending, not invisible discipline. But years later, the results speak loudly. Habit 7, they build a life they don't need to escape from. This may be the most important habit of all. A surprising number of people chase retirement because they hate their current life. But many financially smart people focus on building a life they actually enjoy now. Because freedom is not only about quitting work forever. It's about reducing desperation. They create balance earlier. They protect mental health. Avoid burnout. Spend intentionally. Choose relationships carefully. And financially. This matters more than people think. Because emotional spending is real. Stress spending. Boredom spending. Comparison spending. A lot of money problems are emotional problems wearing financial clothes. People who retire early often become very self-aware about this. They understand. A peaceful life costs less than a chaotic one. And sometimes the smartest financial decision is not earning more. It's needing less. Main takeaway. So let's recap the 7 habits. They pay themselves first. They avoid lifestyle inflation. They learn high-income skills early. They treat debt carefully. They invest consistently. They value time more than status. They build a life they enjoy now. And notice something important. None of these habits require being born rich. None require perfection. Most are mindset shifts. Small decisions repeated consistently for years. That's what financial freedom usually looks like in real life. Quiet. Boring sometimes. But powerful. And if you're under 30 watching this, you still have your biggest advantage. Time. Even starting small today can completely change your future. If this video helped you rethink money differently, subscribe to the channel. We talk about personal finance without the fake luxury culture. Just real strategies, real psychology, and practical ways to build a calmer financial life. Comment below. Which of these 7 habits do you think is hardest today? And which one are you starting first? Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next video.